Hey, welcome to Saturday Shorties. We're continuing our look at the Gobots, except we're not, because you're not gonna believe this, it happened again. The second Gobot I got at the convention was, as the seller's packaging assured me, spoons. But this isn't spoons. This is Forklift Robo, the Japanese version. You can tell because this one is all orange, while the Gobot has two colors. So I accidentally bought a rarer toy twice. Hey, I'm not complaining here, though this does mean I can't really make any spoon jokes, which is a shame. And a lot of Gobots have silly names, so I'm just gonna ignore this one. Anyway, with that said, meet Not Spoons, aka Forklift Robo. This figure was released in 1984 with all original parts as part of Bandai's Machine Robo series. And he's a big chunk, isn't he? That is one beefy boy, especially for such a small toy. And he's orange, very, very orange, but it's not the bad kind of orange. He's got the look of a brawler, don't you think? Detailing is quite nice, especially on the chest, which is die-cast metal. Plus, he's got a nice head sculpt with a very robotic face. It makes him look more alien. Of course, all the good things I just mentioned only applies if you're looking at his front. Yeah, the back is far less impressive. There's no detailing, and you can see the transforming mechanics on the back and on the legs. Articulation is very limited, with only the arms being able to move, but they do at least rotate 360 degrees. Due to the transformation, there is some more articulation, if I'm being extremely generous with the definition of that term. He can slide his head into his torso, so it looks like he's ducking something, or he's trying to be sneaky, I guess. His legs move backwards so he can look up, though the figure won't be able to stand in that position. And finally, his, crotch can flop down, which is kinda disturbing when you think about it. A robot with an articulated crotch. And while this doesn't really concern the transformation, he's got two spikes on his lower legs that can come down, so try not to step on his toes. Especially since they're also die-cast metal. Truth be told, those things come down if you stare too hard at them, which is fun when I have to make a video about the toy. For the transformation, you lower his head, there's a knob on the back to help with that, well, to help get the head out again, really. Then you lower the arms, yeah, they can do that too. You rotate them and slide them into the torso. You then bend the knees, get confused for a minute on how the hell this is supposed to work, or at least I did, and then you lift up the fork part. Those spikes will have come down of their own accord at some point during this. And that leaves you with a pretty spiffy forklift. You can even put the seat up, and the fork actually moves up and down, which is cool. Yeah, a lot of good engineering went into making this toy work, I can tell you that much. And that was Forklift Robo, or Spoons if you want. A fun, nice looking toy in both modes, and I'm impressed by the complexity of the engineering here, especially for such a small toy. Well, I'll see you next time, everybody, and hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing.
He tried to kill me with a forklift.